G'day, it's Rob here again. Well, I just thought it's about time I give you a heads up on what's happening in the workshop. And health-wise, I'm still waiting on this cataract business, so that'll be a while by the look of it. So I'm plodding on with this little project I've been sort of playing with. And it's a diagram I got off the internet, and it's a double-acting steam engine. And so I'm trying to just make up something just from this diagram, just using the schematic and just go from there. So I'll show you where I'm at with that. It's going along quite okay actually. Well, here's where we're at. This is the power piston. It'll be fed and exhausted from both sides of the piston. And over here we've got the valve arrangement, which is a short action. And these will be interconnected with some tubing of some sort. I'm pleased with the way this turned out because I haven't got a ream that will fit this size cylinder, and it's worked out well. I'll hook up the air and I'll show you how well this seals. It does a good job. Right, I've got the air line on there. Turn up the air, and straight away out she comes. That's only less than 5 psi. Turn up a bit more, and it really takes some pushing back. So that's not even, it's still only about 5 psi. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. That's really good. Turn it up more. It's really got some strength. And I'll just run this on compressed air once it's built up. Made it all so it can be pulled apart. And this is only a short action. This is only a short action thing. So as I'm using all sorts of scrap metal here, steel, brass, aluminium, I'm going to erudite the pipes in. This one's just Loctited in with a bit of Loctite, made a snug fit. And I'll erudite the copper tubes into here. I tried threading into this aluminium, and I don't know where it's not home cast, it's bought, but it just doesn't seem to take a thread. The tap just chewed it all out, so I'm going to have to just glue in the feed pipes. Just to give you an idea of how it's going to roughly look, with flywheel will be here. This is a flywheel from that old flame liquor engine I got from Banggood that I had all sorts of strife with, which they don't sell anymore. Anyway, I'm using that flywheel. I'll make a bigger wheels for the con rods because this is a long stroke, so this would have to be a much bigger con rod wheel, probably as big as the flywheel, and this one will have to be a lot shorter. So I have got a bigger one there. I could swap the whole thing around. I'll see how it goes anyway, but anyway, I'll probably have to make up a new one. So yeah, that'll go into there, that'll go into here, and then we feed from here to here, here to here, and then from the other side there's 3 holes, 2 exhaust, here and here, and a middle feed one. So that's where the air feed, which I've just got on there temporarily, the air feed will go here. So the air will come in, the valving will direct it either that way or that way, and it will push the piston that way or that way, and then when it goes that way, it exhausts out back through this way, and when it goes this way, it exhausts out back through this way. So it's a feed and an exit pipe, and the valving is just done here. That's the theory. When it's all done, you know, knocked up, it should look half reasonable, I think. So it's a work in progress, but that's where we're at, and I'm just using up all the old junk and scrap metal I've got lying around, and we'll see how it turns out. And this little Sumo, I've been using this a lot, doing a good workout, and it's really good. I mean, it's a great little machine. beautifully made. I mean, I can't fault it. And even these plastic handles, I'm getting used to them now. They're no big deal. But certainly, yeah, these handles I modified a big improvement. But as a lathe, it's a great little unit. Really good. I love it. It's funny, I was looking on the internet just this morning and I saw a video there. Guy had a 7x12 video. He bought the cheapest one of these he could buy, and I don't know where he got it from, but it was that bloody terrible that he stripped out the gears in the spindle drive, and he had to return it at the end of the video, and it had all these things wrong, bad casting, and it was machined poorly, and it was an absolute heap of shit, you know. I mean, in comparison, this is beautifully made. It's really, really good. I gave it a full score. I just couldn't fault it. It's a fantastic machine. And I don't think you're going to have too many troubles if you buy one of these, you know. Just shows the quality varies a lot on this stuff. And yeah, this video that had 1 million views, it started out looking promising, but as it went on, it got worse and worse and worse, and there was all this stuff wrong with it, and in the end it just stripped out the headstock gears without any sort of load on it, really. And I thought, well, that's a heap of crap, you know. These are good. All right. And, of course, I've got the other lathes as well, which you would have seen. In addition to doing this model and working on that, I've been doing up some of that stuff I got off the side of the road recently, and I've got, 2 of them in operational order, and I'll show you how that's going. The Makita cut-off saw just had a bad on-off switch, the same as the guy who gave it to me said. So I fixed that up. That was a pretty simple job, and that's all operational now. So, yeah, she's a beast, and yeah, that was really, really a good pickup. The Xynudu cement mixers were fixed up. I just fixed up the handle on it, that wheel thing that rotates the tub to pour out the cement or position it. That's got a locking ring and a spring-loaded lock. Well, the lock was incorrectly installed. Fixed that up, and also the wheels on it was shot. So I machined up some wheels and some steel ones and put them on. They turned out really good. The wheel's fantastic. It's this is great. Good machine. Yeah, is that for a freebie, eh? Not bad. Oh yeah, and of course the Kawasaki generator, I've got that going again. Put in a decent spark plug and put it back together, and away she went. But I mean, I pulled all that thing down just to fault find it, you know, and all along it was a brand new spark plug that was dodgy. Champion. I won't be buying Champion spark plugs anymore, I'll tell you right now. I normally buy Bosch anyway. My old man was a motor mechanic, and that's all he would ever buy is Bosch spark plugs. You know, I've seen too many times where you put in new spark plugs and the motor's missing at high revs and all this sort of stuff. AC plugs, they were pretty bad, and because he was a GM mechanic, so they ran AC spark plugs on all those vehicles, but they put in Bosch on changeover point, and they always ran better. Bosch is the way to go. Well, that's about it. There's always something cooking in the Xynudu workshop, and I'll probably spend most of my life down at this workshop. But it's always interesting, and once again, you know, if you've got a lathe, a small lathe, you can have all the fun in the world making up stuff like this, you know, model engines and repairing stuff. And yeah, don't just sit there and look at it, use it. As the old doctor says, if you don't use it, you will lose it. Yeah, oh well. Doctors always know best. Okay, well that's it from me. I'll see you next time. Cheers.